This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the River Toads and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe already putting her to work with some injury news. Holly?
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. The big storyline to keep your eyes on today, they are without their starting running back. Their backup has not had any touches yet this season, so this will be new. It's going to be fast and furious to start this first quarter. He challenged his offensive lineman in the locker room before the game. Make sure he's comfortable. Give him time to make his reads. Let's all work together to start this game. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Owls offense will get first crack at it here. And here comes the maestro of this offense. Gets the start for this team and tries to get the offense rolling. The offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Got the first out. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield. It's Coleman. Turns it upfield. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. He's at the... and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. His coverage unit right on top of it. Now the River Toads offense will now get its first chance with the football. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Selling the fake. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. The River Toads line up to punt it away. Looks it in. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Sells to run, looking to pass. Gonna take a shot. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about. Let's talk for a second about Florida Atlantic. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Owls! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Fighting off the defender. Finds his way for 3 after the 33.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab on the left side. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And now the River Toads trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, River Toads! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Holly, what do you have?
Checking in from the River Toad sideline. There is so much excitement down here on the sideline right now because their quarterback just broke the conference season record for passing yards on the last drive. He's right back out there to lead this offense. That record is going to continue to improve, but they did take just a moment to acknowledge it, pat him on the back, make sure he understands he is making history out there today. Reese?
Holly, thank you. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. At the end of quarter 1, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. First play of the period will be a second down. Working the ground game. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Quick give. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
The River Toads will try to pin them back with the punt. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Keeps it on the ground. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. He now has 85 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Just feeds the running back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback changing the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Got out of trouble and throws. Snagged in the middle. It's Clark. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Offense getting set for first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lets it fly. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why
he's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And now the River Toads will bring the punt team onto the field. Searching for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Makes the catch and he's free. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Wide receiver going in motion. Sets his feet. It's Coleman. Fires to the middle. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. This time it's complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires immediately. Touchdown Owls! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Drops back on first down. Short pass. Nice move there. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100.
Caught, and he's got room. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just drives it between the uprights. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Hey guys, the River Toads head coach told me before the game, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
All right, Holly. River Toads moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Dumps it off in the flats. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And now the River Toads come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
They'll run him again. Defense all over him. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Complete to the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The River Toads are moving quickly down the field.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets that can fly. Push down the field vertically. Nice job in coverage there.
Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That pulls them to within 15, 28-13 the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's been fun to watch them feature this guy. Like, they understand they can run the football. They understand how good he is, and just they've owned the line of scrimmage. They've sprinkled in some pass. Like, this offense has done a really good job staying balanced, but featuring one of their better players.
They're working that left side. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Peel off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Powers inside. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on 4th. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now,
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got to him.
From the gun, the ground game. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he avoids the sack.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Gets the back moving. Sees a crease. He's past the sticks. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Still on his feet at the 45. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
A spectacular one-hand grab. Runs through a man. He might have some space. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that's just the little nuances of playing quarterback. When to use a little bit of touch, when to rifle it in there. He tries to rifle it in there and just doesn't match up the timing with the wide receiver.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the route is on. And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Bringing it out. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. And now the River Toads racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Keeping his eyes downfield. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll need a bunch on second down.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. Rush is on. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
2nd and long here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Moves the pocket. It's Coleman. Rush right in his face. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Here, got some room, headed to the goal line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. So the River Toads make their way onto the field to open the drive. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Hauls it in. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. The River Toads will call on their punt team. Fields the punt. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Changing the routes with his receivers. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
On play action. Look out! And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Ready, go. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted deep in his own end. And he's brought down after the pick as time has expired here in the 4th. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.